Hi guys, I decided to make a short video about my experience after abortion. For anybody who has watched my two previous videos, you know what I have been going through. You know, I had a pregnancy where I had hyperemesis, gravidarum. I was diagnosed with that actually from the beginning of the pregnancy and until at 12 weeks where I had the abortion. So like I said in the previous video, after I had the abortion, it took like 3 weeks after the abortion for the symptoms to like really decrease and almost disappear. They were not fully gone. As of fully gone, they were gone like in phases. They just they were reducing. Even my HCG levels did not just reduce to zero. They just kept like reducing slowly by slowly. So I had to go to the doctor for blood checkup for about 2 months after the abortion, and the hormones were still in my body. But the symptoms when I came home, okay, just fast forward. Okay, let me just say something small about the experience, just something small. Let me just go off track. At the abortion place, we get like some sleeping medication, so we have like short anesthesia where you just sleep for the duration of the procedure, and after the procedure you wake up. Like I slept maybe for 10 minutes. The last image I remember seeing was a ultrasound picture, and then I fell asleep. And then after that, when I woke up, I was in so much pain. I was crying, and at the same time I was vomiting because I was so nauseous, and I just felt so terrible. It was a mix of emotions. When I woke up, at this moment, I just wanted to die. But let me go back to after the abortion. When you come back home, of course you have the bleeding, which is a lot of blood. You have the stomach cramps, you have pain, you're in pain. They even give you painkillers and antibiotics so you don't get any infection. So you're in a lot of pain. They give you a ton of rules, of things you're not supposed to do. You're not supposed to use tampons. You're not supposed to take a bath in the tub. You're not supposed to go swimming. So many things you're not supposed to do for like 3 weeks. And then as the person who was picking me came to pick me up from the praxis where I had the abortion, I was vomiting the entire way. I was vomiting like the abortion never happened. I was vomiting the same way I was vomiting when I was pregnant. It was terrible. I was feeling sick the same way. Like the hyperemesis symptoms were still there. At least for the first week, I was still not eating. I was still not drinking. I was just vomiting and feeling nauseous. For the entire first week, I was still spitting. Spitting went on for almost 3 weeks. I was still spitting. I was feeling so bad. I just wanted to get back to normal. I thought after the abortion, I will just go and start eating. No. So, there's nothing that changed. For the first 1 week, 2 weeks, nothing changed. Just almost after the 2 weeks, I started like wanting to eat. So my appetite was coming back. Yeah. And like 2 weeks later, I wasn't vomiting so much, but I couldn't still take water. Water still was tasting so bad. The sense of smell was decreasing. It was getting better, but it was still not gone, because every time I would clean my dishes, I would smell the smell of this thing that I use I was smelling still things, and like I think at the 3 weeks mark is when like all the symptoms start to really become so mild, like go down to a level that I could handle. But 3 weeks post abortion, I suffered because I was suffering emotionally, knowing that I am not pregnant anymore, but still having the symptom, having to deal with them. That really made me psychologically just want to break down. But after the 3 weeks, after I went to the doctor and they did an ultrasound and they saw there's no remains of anything in my womb, my uterus is clean, like they got everything out, and she told me everything looks fine, I didn't get any infection. You were not supposed to have sex for the first 3 weeks after the abortion. So after she told me everything was fine and I did not need to take any antibiotics anymore, and I didn't feel pain when I'm walking, and I started to deal with my emotional and psychological problems. Because when she did the ultrasound at the doctor's office for the checkup, the 3-week checkup after abortion, that really hit me, because that was the ultrasound where they looked and my uterus was empty. At this point, it dawned on me, I don't have any symptoms anymore. My uterus is empty, and it hit me like, oh my God, I will not have this baby. The baby is gone. There's no more baby. Like, I was used to just looking at the ultrasound and seeing just small feet, small legs, small head. It's all gone. It's not easy. That is where the depression kicks in. This is where the depression kicked in. Like, once your hormone levels, the pregnancy levels that make your body go crazy with the vomiting and like everything else, once they go down and go back to normal, you go back to the normal you who always was craving for this baby, who wanted to have this baby. You go back to your normal state. And let me tell you, this is not a good place to be in after doing the abortion, because now you don't have any symptoms, and you think, oh my God, why was I not strong enough? And you think, oh my God, the baby who was in my womb is gone. And you just start feeling like, let me just say, I don't know for anybody else, but for me, I really, really wanted to have that baby, and I really struggled. I tried to just fight every day at a time. Every week that I managed was a win for me. Every week. The problem is, the father of the baby I was carrying used to live in another city and used to work a lot, and I was like a single mom with my 4-year-old living in another city, and I really couldn't cook, couldn't even eat, couldn't even go and take my child to a kindergarten. I was like half dead. So I fought. I tried to order food for my child to have something to eat. I really fought. But for people who don't know, for me to decide to have the abortion, at this point, my daughter felt sick. She felt sick, and I was also sick, and I knew one of us has to be able to take care of the other, and that has to be me. So that is the time I made the decision to do what I did. came back from this doctor's visit, I had to deal with the guilt. I had to deal with the regret. And the worst part was to deal with the sadness and emptiness. You feel completely empty. You feel sad. You feel like you're mourning. Really, the same way you feel when someone dies, like when a close person dies, this is the same kind of sadness that you feel. I'm trying very hard not to be emotional in this video. It was really sad. And I struggled so hard to fight that and just deal with it. But for those who know, I got pregnant 2 months after that abortion, because my boyfriend at that time was supposed to move to my city like in 3 months. So at the point of the abortion, he was supposed to be here in 3 months, and then 2 months after the abortion, I got pregnant again. So it was 1 month before he moved to my city. So we thought, okay, in this case, he will be here and he will help out. But that was an ectopic pregnancy. That is another story for another day. It's also in my video. It's one of the 2 videos that I already posted, so you can just go and watch that. There's another sad story. But for the abortion, anybody suffering from hyperemesis and considering to do an abortion, I just made this video so I can talk to you, because I have had some few people write me, and I have commented on some of the hyperemesis videos from other people, and where I get some feedback from people in the same situation who also want to do abortions. Don't do it. That is my advice for everybody, and I am giving this advice out of experience. Don't do it. If you have anybody who even cares for you for a little bit, for a small, just go to their place and just, even if you have to leave, if you have any friends, anybody, family, anywhere you can go where someone can help you out with you taking care of your small a child, or just taking care of you, cooking, trying to make you something that you can drink, going to the supermarket and buying different drinks for you to try, going to the hospital to get the IV fluids. Just do it. I also used to do that. Maybe if I was strong enough, I would continue and continue until I get to the part of pregnancy where the symptoms disappear. Just hold on and just fight for your baby. I wasn't strong enough to fight, or maybe I couldn't fight because I had another baby and I had really anybody who is alone, because I live alone in Germany and I didn't have any of my family here. But if you have your families, just go to them and let them take care of you. Don't do the abortion. Abortion is not the answer. So I hope I can help someone, anyone. And I know hyperemesis is not a joke. It is not easy. It is not easy. It is so hard. But if you have your partner with you, just talk to him about it. And I hope the men, I hope men with women suffering from hyperemesis, I hope you men understand what the women are going through. And I wish you can treat those pregnant women like sick patients, because hyperemesis is a sickness, and it's a terrible sickness, and it makes you also lose your mind. And the pregnancy hormone, there's so many. My hormones used to double like crazy. They were thousands and thousands. It was like 100, 120, it was just going up and going up. So just take care of these women. Take care of these women like they are patients, because they really are patients. And most of all, I wish you all the best. Anybody who is pregnant, expecting their bundle of joy, I wish you all the best. I love children. I love children from deep in my heart. I love children, and I wish you guys all the best. And I wish you guys to have a good pregnancy, which will not disturb you and cause you so much suffering. So I love you guys, and I wish you a happy new year. So you're going to make it. So bye bye.